Okay, I gotta say, we should both say thank you, guys. Like this is exciting. We got to 1,000 subscribers. Ryan, what do you think?
I'm pretty stoked, but no, I mean, I think there's a great spot for just I don't know, man, just to have these kind of conversations. I mean, we're just two dudes just talking about stuff and trying to connect the gospel that we know and love to make sense of the world around us. And we love that there's people joining us in this crazy journey. And
I'm stoked that 1,000 1,000 people are willing to say, "Hey, I want to follow and hear more." It's very encouraging because we've been going at this for a time, and I these are the conversations in Ellis Quorum that don't happen anymore, right? Basically, I mean, we I'm just very grateful for all the engagement too. I mean, people are commenting like crazy, which I love. Like they're willing to share their thoughts, which is great. It's the best. I love the questions. I mean, I apologize if I'm a bit snarky sometimes, guys. So when people ask dumb questions, but to those who are subscribing, I don't think you're asking dumb questions. I've seen some really great questions asked. So keep asking those questions and keep sharing with your friends, because we really do want to make a difference amongst the Latter-day Saints, right? We're not trying to win them over to like make sure you vote MAGA or whatever it is.
Yeah,
we're trying.
Yeah, just right. Like I was just saying, make sense of the gospel and the world around us. And
we want them to be more valiant for truth.
and if that affects how you vote, so be it. Right.
And we can't be like here's the thing, we can't be afraid anymore to talk about where these beliefs go politically, because everything is so politicized nowadays. We have to start reconciling our beliefs to what with what the government wants to do with its power. You read that verse again, because you were saying that they were inspired by a more noble cause. So read that again.
I don't remember which verse that was. Okay, 45. Okay,
so this Alma 43, 45?
Alma 43, 45. 43, 45. Say that 10 times fast. 43, 45. 43, 45. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so Nephites were inspired by a better cause, for they were not fighting for monarchy nor power, but they were fighting for their homes and their liberties, their wives and their children, and their all, yea, for their rights of worship and their church. And going into 46, and they were doing that which they felt was the duty which they owed to their God.
Interesting.
Yeah, dude. It's like, I was so stoked when I was just reading through this stuff. I was like, this is taking place with like one of the first major battles, right? So they're fighting, what the heck is his name?
Zarahemna.
Yeah, Zarahemna, and the Amalekites and all that stuff. And so normally that one always stood out to me just because of how Moroni stops the fighting after he pushes them back, and that's kind of where I've usually found the great part of that story, because he's like, hey, we're not here to just murder you all and kill you all. Like, if we can stop killing, that'd be great, but you gotta, so the back half of that story. But the first half stood out to me this time because of these, and I've always known those things, but it just stuck out more to me this time, probably because just seems to be more of this idea that we really have to defend ourselves, as opposed to what seems to be this common appeasement idea amongst Latter-day Saints, especially in men, at least that I've seen. And some stuff I've done myself, as far as just trying to keep the peace, don't want to offend people. But you know what? At some point I was denying myself in all of this too, and I felt like I was denying truth, and just like I gotta fight for something here, man. Like I gotta start standing up big time.
When I think about what you described there, though, it's like, okay, so men, we sometimes we make the wrong sacrifice, and what we say is, well, I guess I can't speak up because it's going to offend people. And suddenly that's a victory for the other side, for Satan, because then church culture shapes the wrong way. People's understanding is misunderstanding is created.
Mhm.
We have to be willing to contend without being contentious, right? We don't have to be like, you're wrong or you're dumb. Oh, hit you in the face. It's
Right.
like, no, but like, hey, I heard you say this. I don't understand that. What do you mean? Okay, I understand this to mean this.
Yeah.
That's not right.
But I think there is an important part in 46 where it talks about kind of like the intent of the heart, like what are your intentions behind uh, bloodshed, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Uh, right, and it talks about inasmuch as ye are not guilty of the first offense, neither the second, you shall not suffer yourselves to be slain by the hands of your enemies. And again, the Lord has said that you shall defend your families even unto bloodshed. Therefore, for this cause were the Nephites contending with the Lamanites.
Mm.
Okay, so like I was saying, it's kind of the intent of the heart, right? Are we just trying to defend ourselves, or are we, actively going out and causing problems? You know what I mean? And so, kind of like what we were saying earlier about, well, the intent of your heart in carrying at church. Are you doing it to be defiant to the brethren and just be like, stick it to you guys? I live in America. I can
Yeah.
do whatever I want. Or is it like, well, I understand the policy. I don't agree with it. And I don't know. In my personal case, common sense says I have skills, I have abilities. I'm going to do this. Like, unless there's a vision that comes to me.
Oh, the Spirit says,
Yeah,
Ryan.
like I haven't had that feeling of no, you should not do this. You know what I mean? Like I have personally not had that, and I've prayed about it. It's not just this confirmation bias or anything like that. It's just I don't know. It seems pretty straightforward in my mind of what I can do and what I should do when it comes to that policy. Anyway.
Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more of this conversation, go ahead and click on the next video here. And what I want to share with you is what we get into. We get more into these war chapters, specifically how men can better fulfill their roles as protectors, presiders, providers. And also, eventually we start talking about how we understand that if for evil to triumph, good men, all they have to do is nothing.